The idea of the flying car has been around for quite a few centuries now. It is often reported that Leonardo da Vinci came up with the first designs for a flying contraption machine called the ornithopter in the 1480s. And ever since then, we've seen quite some progress in technology as concerns automobiles. It also doesn't seem like the technology that gets a car flying would seem that far-fetched. Cars have existed for close to 150 years, and the technology gods have been so good to humankind in terms of learning how to make things that can fly. Combining these two phenomena shouldn't be much of an issue, should it? And yet there is not one commercially available flying car yet. Why? A flying car, also referred to as a personal air vehicle, PAV, or vertical takeoff and landing vehicle, VTOL, is a type of vehicle that combines the ability to drive on roads and fly in the air. Imagine sitting in traffic, running late for an important meeting, and then realizing your car can take off and fly above the traffic, getting you to your destination in a fraction of the time it would take to drive. That's the potential benefit of flying cars. However, before flying cars can become a reality in the United States, there are a number of regulatory challenges that must be addressed. But before we go diving into flying cars, treat your cars to the best upgrade money can buy. If any of you are looking to upgrade your wheels, don't forget to use the code in the description for a sweet $25 off your next set of 4 wheels from OE Wheels. They've been providing top-quality wheels and tires since 2001, always staying ahead with technology. You'll thank me later. So, let's dive into some of the challenges and see what we can learn. One of the most significant challenges of flying cars is airspace regulation. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, will be responsible for regulating the use of flying cars, and they will need to create a safety management system to ensure that risk controls are in place. The FAA already has a regulatory system in place for traditional aircraft, including pilot licenses, aircraft certification, and air traffic control. However, regulating flying cars will be a complicated process as they will require separate licensure for driving and flying. Additionally, different flying car models will have different features, with some resembling airplanes and others resembling cars with wings, further complicating regulation. As flying cars become more prevalent in large cities, their sustainability will depend on the certification procedures that are put in place. Initially, flying cars will likely have a driver or pilot on board, but future models have been remotely piloted or supervised by autonomous systems. However, certification for both the vehicle and the support systems on the ground will be necessary to ensure safe operation. In addition, appropriate training systems and standardized training scenarios will need to be developed for flying car operators to handle complex ground-air and air-ground transitions. Regulating air traffic issues across governing bodies will be a complex challenge, and key policies and standards related to infrastructure and navigation will need to be developed. Another thing to consider is the new infrastructure that would need to be put in place. A McKinsey analysis outlined the necessary infrastructure needed to support the future of flying cars. The infrastructure ranges from small vertipads to large vertihubs, and the level of connectivity increases from small to largest. Vertipads are located in the suburban or rural areas and have a takeoff and landing area, dedicated parking, and vehicle maintenance. Vertibases are located in medium traffic areas such as suburbs, retail locations, or sports stadiums, and have more active takeoff and landing spaces. Vertihubs are standalone buildings located in well-traveled urban areas and have dozens of takeoff and landing areas. Unused shopping malls and office buildings could potentially be repurposed as vertipads, vertibases, and vertihubs. Planning agencies should consider including these infrastructure options in their discussions with city and county constituents to create a fluid network of flying cars. Fourthly, noise pollution is a significant concern. Flying cars have the potential to generate significant noise pollution, which could be disruptive to urban areas. Regulations need to be established to limit noise levels and ensure that flying cars do not disturb residents. Lastly, liability and insurance are also essential considerations. Flying cars have the potential to cause significant damage in the event of an accident. Regulations need to be established to determine liability in the event of an accident and to ensure that appropriate insurance coverage is in place. So there you have it. As exciting as flying cars may be, the legal and regulatory challenges associated with them cannot be ignored. It's clear that the development of flying cars present a range of complex legal and regulatory challenges that must be addressed before they can become a practical and widespread mode of transportation. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting updates on the latest technology advancements. See you in the next one.